Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well today. We're going to be talking about music in this video, and this could or could not be a very long video. Please bear with us, be respectful. Respect is a two-way thing. Always remember that music is very subjective.
It is.
And what I like may not be what you like, and what you like may not be what I like. So let's just keep that common ground of respect for each other. And remember, again, I want to reiterate, music is very subjective. So today, we're planning on sharing with you guys our masterpiece albums. 10 out of 10, not a bad song, where I can sit there, put the whole album on. There's no skips, nothing. I just absolutely love it. And from start to finish, it's just chef's kiss. Can't get any better than that type of deal. This is my first time doing something like this on my channel, so please bear with me. I'm going to learn as I go. I love music. I love playing music, writing music, listening to music, discovering new music. So if you guys have any new album suggestions that you think are masterpieces, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll definitely try to check them out accordingly. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to go with the flow, and we're going to see how we do with this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, and we'll hop right into it. Please like, share, subscribe, and let's just enjoy this video and see how it goes. So to start, we are going to do honorable mentions. I had to put these in here because they're really, really good albums, except they're not quite 10 out of 10. They're 9 or 9.5 out of 10, if you catch my drift here. So my friend TC's here. I want to thank him for helping me with this video. I'm going to let him go first and his honorable mentions, and I'll just let him take it away here. Go ahead, TC.
So the one that really comes to mind is Deftones' Saturday Night Wrist. So the band doesn't really like the album itself, which they were going through a lot of that time, but there was one particular song I just can't stand, and I have no reason why what they were thinking on that. Pink Cell Phone, which, yeah, I have no idea what they were thinking. But outside of that, every song, it's just Deftones for me. The atmosphere of each album they do, and it's really easy flow. You get like the heaviest stuff, you get the most soft stuff, and it's just amazing. Chino, amazing singer and all that. Another one would be Chevelle's Wonder What's Next. There's only one song I don't like. It's One Lonely Visitor. He likes it, and just Pete's voice really got on my nerves on that song. So yeah, I would choose that. Any other honorable mention? I would say Ride the Lightning by Metallica.
Okay.
I know most people would consider that their best album, but there's one particular song I don't like. Is Escape on that one. It just sounds like a hair metal song. The vibe of it, the way it sounds, it literally sounds like a hair metal song. And then there's other one that I do like. I just don't listen to all the time. The song is called Trapped Under Ice.
Okay.
It's really heavy.
Okay.
But it's a really good. That's it. Those are my honorable mentions for me.
No other more honorable mentions? Nope. You're good to go?
Those three particular alone.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, and now I'm going to move to my honorable mentions. I've got quite a few here. Like I say, they're not quite there for me. They're really solid, except for just little minute details or maybe one or two songs. It's just, and I'm going to start with Mannequin Pussy's Romantic. The flow on this album is stellar. And then the only complaint I have about this album, I love every single track except for the last track. And TC just listened to it before we started making this video here. The flow did not match. TC, what's kind of your thoughts on that? The last song, it didn't go with the album because it's just so raunchy and raw and just power. It's just power. It's a powerful album, man. And yeah. The lead singer, I give her props because she's an amazing front woman. Very talented and just a very solid band overall. And if it wasn't for the very last song on that album, it would be a masterpiece. But unfortunately, there had to be an honorable mention. Next up, and TC is going to disagree with me here, and that's fine. Again, music is very subjective.
It is. It is.
I've listened to this album many, many, many times. I can't even tell you how many times. But System of a Down's first album, I believe it's self-titled, just System of a Down.
First
great, great, great album. I mean, this is it's borderline, like I say, borderline masterpiece.
No one sounds like this album. Just them.
There's just one song on here that it just didn't work for me, and I'm probably gonna get some flack in the comments. But Spiders, Serge did a great vocal performance. He sounded amazing, but to me,
the band wasn't other than Serge. It was just him, right? The band was just kind of.
The whole album is heavy. I mean, it's in your face, powerful, energetic, wild. It's a wild album, and for Spiders to be on there, I can't say it doesn't fit. It was just not necessary. It's a not necessary song. I don't hate the song. If it wasn't on here, this would be
it's the most normal. It's the most normal sounding song on the album.
That's very fair, very fair. But the rest of the album,
I love it.
Yeah, just banger after banger after banger. Great album. Spiders just didn't do it for me. Again, I don't hate the song. It's not a bad song. It's just it didn't do it for me. And a few other honorable mentions here. I love Lady Gaga. I grew up listening to her. She's one of the best female artists of my time, in my humble opinion. Love Lady Gaga. The Fame album is so good. I mean, and I'm honest here. This is my opinion. You can take it or leave it. I respect that. Everyone, I realize that music is very subjective, but there's only two songs that I don't care for on The Fame, and that is being Summer Boy and Disco Heaven. They were fine. They were okay songs, but the rest of the album, just amazing songs. Just Dance, the big hit, and Poker Face, and golly, there's just so many. I mean, it's just song after song after song on The Fame, and then Summer Boy and Disco Heaven comes in, and not a great songs on the album. They just didn't give me what I got from the rest of the songs, is what I'm trying to say. Again, please bear with me. This is my first video of this style. I'm really trying to learn here. So give me any suggestions in the comments as we go along. Next up, I'm probably going to get flamed in the comments. I already know, but Paranoid by Black Sabbath, their second studio album, I believe. I love it. I love every single song except for War Pigs. It's not that it's overplayed. It's just, it's not their best song. That is tough. That is a tough take. But I think if War Pigs was not on that album, it would probably be a masterpiece for me. I don't hate War Pigs. I don't hate the song. It's just not my favorite. Okay. And again, another one here is, and you guys know, if you know me, I'm a big Nirvana fan. I mean, I've got Nirvana tattoos for days. Big Nirvana fan. But they've had some stinker songs. I'm sorry. And I'm a huge, probably the biggest Nirvana fan that people would know. And they've got some stinkers. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. But an honorable mention is In Utero by Nirvana, their last studio album before Kurt Cobain unfortunately passed away. Love every song on there except for Radio Friendly Unit Shifter. I was like, what the fuck are they thinking? It was just not for me. Not a good song by them at all. And this may upset a lot of people in the comments as well, but all apologies. Not a good song to me. I'm sorry. It's just, it reminded me, I'm going to get flamed for this. It reminded me too much of the Beatles. I can't. I respect the Beatles. I respect what they did for music. They completely changed music. But as of right now, the recording of this, I am not a Beatles fan. I'm so sorry. I can't get into them. But maybe I just need to sit down and do it and listen to them, their whole discography. I need to. And I'm open-minded, but I've never really liked the Beatles. And then my last, this is going to surprise a lot of people. My last honorable mention here is going to be Nevermind by Nirvana. Every song on that album, I mean, you got big hits, In Bloom, Come As You Are, Smells Like Teen Spirit, of course, but the deep cuts, Lounge Act, that's probably my favorite Nirvana song. The bass line is so good. Chris Novoselic did an amazing job on that track. But Something in the Way, this is controversial, and I think it's the worst song Nirvana's ever done. I do not like it. It's too soft. It's just a weak song. I don't like it at all. And again, music is very subjective. This is just our opinions. You don't have to take it to heart. If we disagree, we can shake each other's hand and agree to disagree and move on. It's not that deep because music's very subjective. But yeah, that was my last honorable mention as Nirvana's Nevermind. And again, it would have been a 10 out of 10 album, but Something in the Way ruined it for me. It's just not a good song. I'll listen to it, but not a good song. I believe truly that that's probably the worst song or one of the worst they've ever done. All right, that's our honorable mentions. We'll move into the real list now. In no particular order, we're just going to alternate. We're starting with the actual 10 out of 10 masterpiece albums, and I'm going to let TC go first, and then we'll just go album by album and switch off until the end of the video. Go ahead, TC.
So the first one I will start is when I was very, very little. My mom had CDs of just different, because my mom listened to everything. And there was one album that really, really was like weird, but it was cool at the same time. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. So obviously this album was a trip for me. Hearing Time for the first time, that clock sound, and then The Great Gig in the Sky, Money. Whoo! I can go on. This album was it was so new to me too. I mean, for 19 whatever year this came out, 1969, is crazy. Look, the atmosphere, the production, and everything. It's one of Pink Floyd's finest works to date. I can listen to it. I've listened to it in years, but there's so much music out there. But I love this album, Dark Side of the Moon, 10 out of 10, obviously.
Alrighty, everybody. Remember, these are in no particular order. We're just going to alternate till the end of the video. But the one I'm going to start with is Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. What a masterpiece album. It's just classic Black Sabbath. Ozzy sounded amazing. The drums, the guitar, the bass, the whole band just was fluid. There's not a bad song by any means, any stretch of anything on this album. Sweet Leaf, After Forever, Embryo, Children of the Grave, Orchid, Lord of this World, Solitude, Into the Void. Into the Void is one of my favorite Black Sabbath songs ever. Golly. The space theme, the riffs, it was just perfect. Master Reality, I'm definitely starting with that. There's not a bad song at all. They were all fluid motion with each other, and it's just classic Black Sabbath. Amazing album.
Hi everyone, the next album, I'm gonna start really my childhood stuff. So I'm gonna go with Linkin Park's Meteora. That is their second album in 2003, and I believe. So when I was little, nu metal was huge back then too. And Linkin Park was, to me, I want to say they are defining nu metal band, and people love them a lot. Even though I kind of fell off afterwards. But their second album, Meteor, was the first album I bought by them, and every single track, even with the instrumentals, it's just DJ. Forward's mainly just like a boom, 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 and then Don't Stay comes up. Woo! Somewhere I Belong is my favorite Linkin Park song. Chester's crooning freaking voice in there, and Mike Shinoda with the verse. You got, of course, Breaking the Habit. That's a
I like that
music
song.
video. I mean, I love anime. They love anime too. So, Numb is probably the hardest Linkin Park song probably to listen to nowadays, just because Chester is no longer with us. Rest in peace, of soul. But my personal favorites would probably be From the Inside. That whole breakdown, that is so powerful. Figure Point oh Nine is pretty cool with that breakdown too. Faint. That's just catchy. Just that first part, and then Mike Shinoda with the rapping verse, yes, and then um yeah, overall I love this album. It's just fun to listen to, and I suggest people who love Linkin Park listen to it again, and people who are a fan of new metal, it's a classic album.
Next up for me is going to be Diamond Life by Sade. This is just classy. It's classy. It's sophisticated. It's romantic. It's everything I want it to be. I remember when I very first heard the very first song I heard by Sade, Smooth Operator, and I was hooked. I said, I got to hear more of what she has to offer. And I checked out her debut album from, I believe, 1984. And, of course, Smooth Operator, Your Love is King. What a beautiful, romantic song. The way they use the saxophone on this album is just heavenly. It's beautiful. Hang On to Your Love, that bass line. Do. It's just, I'm a big bass guy. I love the bass guitar. Frankie's First Affair, great song. When Am I Going to Make a Living? It's a great storytelling song. Cherry Pie, beautiful, cute little song. Sally, I Will Be Your Friend. Why Can't We Live Together? It's just a beautiful album as a whole. And if I had one thing to say about it, one word to describe it, classy.
Hey everyone, the next one is Deftones White Pony, and Deftones, out of the, I guess you want to say new metal. I don't even consider new metal because no one sounded like them, along with System of a Down and my other favorite band that I would probably leave last because. Anyways, Terry Date. If you don't know who Terry Date is, he's the guy that produced most of the Pantera albums.
Okay.
So he goes from the heavy stuff into this. He's a hell of a producer. I mean, to go from Pantera to Deftones, like, gosh. But this is their third album. This is their big hit. I would say hit.
Of course, you got Changes.
Changes is the most popular Deftones song. Mostly everybody knows. That song was off of Dragon Ball Z, Coolest Revenge movie, and that's what got me into Deftones, honestly. The original press didn't have Back to School on there, so I'm going to go with that one as my masterpiece because I guess producers, they didn't think Changes was that song, so they put Back to School on there. And no, not for me. I'm the second release, but I'm doing the first release only. I'm going to leave Back to School up because it ruins the flow of the album. It ruins the atmosphere for me. But starting with the first song, he knows how to pronounce that song very well. Very solid track.
It's a hard song to pronounce. I'm not even going to attempt.
So this album is really, I love Chino's voice in that first track. Fucking crooning his ass off and shit. And the next song, Digital Bath. Woo! What a freaking song. What a dark song, honestly. To go for him just sounding good. It sounds good, but lyrically, it is very dark. Very dark. But the whole chorus, woo! Goosebumps every freaking time.
He goes way up there, man.
And then Elite. The song I heard from Dragon Ball Z. Another movie. Lord Slug. Goku's just getting his ass whooped.
Elite's heavy.
Elite. Chino is blowing his throat out, bleeding out of control. Like, it really is. It literally sounds like it. I love it. RX Queen, which has Scott Weiland in there from Stone Temple Pilots, which I'm kind of confused at the time because it doesn't really sound like he's in there, but you can barely hear it. But yeah. Streetcar, basically a song about girlfriend address, and stuff like that. It's a catchy chorus.
Oh, I forget. Yeah.
And Teenager is the most different song on the album. And I like it, honestly, personally. I really like it, It's different. Like I said, it's a very experimental album. Night Party is my favorite Deftones song. Like, to the atmosphere, to Chino, to the bridge where a woman is just like hauntingly like screaming in pain, like terrified. That's probably my favorite part of that song. And then you get Korea, which is the second heaviest song on the album.
Yeah,
And
dude,
then
it's so solid.
And then you got Passenger with Maynard James Keenan from Tool, and
he did. I want to just say this. He did an amazing job.
Amazing job. I'm not gonna go in full detail because if you know what that song's about, you should know. Change, of course. We've already talked about this. Classic.
Everybody.
And you get probably the most dark lyric in Peak Maggot. That is a freaking deep. That is not deep. It's a very dark song. It's very moody, very slow, but it works. Chino is he's just creepy in that song particularly. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. Oh, and I also want to let you guys know the B side to that album, "The Boys Republic," is a really good song. If anything, I mean, you know how B sides are. They're not really like. There's a reason why they cut it off the album, but Boys Republic I really like. It's just the production's kind of it's kind of low in the audio, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love this album. My favorite Deftones album ever.
Now, when I say I love this band, there's very, very few tracks that I don't enjoy. They really don't have a whole lot of bad songs. Cigarettes After Sex debut album, self-titled, came out in 2017. Opens with this beautiful, romantic song called K. The instrumentation, the production, the softness in Greg Gonzalez's voice and vocals, it just works. This band is stellar. I mean, if you want something to relax and calm down and chill out, Cigarettes After Sex is a solid band for that. Then the second track is Each Time You Fall in Love, debatably my favorite song by them. Their lyrics and writings are so storytelling. You can picture this stuff in your mind almost like a movie scene. Sunsets, Apocalypse. A lot of people know the song Apocalypse. Definitely not my favorite, but it's solid. Flash, Do the Right Thing, baby. Sweet, Opera House. What a hauntingly beautiful track. And it's so long. It's over 6 minutes, I believe. And it's just a beautiful song. Truly, John Wayne, very scenic. Young and Dumb really sets the stage. Yeah, this is just masterpiece. Not a bad song at all on this album. This is masterpiece, and this is, mind you guys, this is their debut album, and in my opinion, they've just continued to be an amazing band thus far. So, Cigarettes After Sex, self-titled, came out in 2017, first album. Fuck, it's good.
Hey everyone, just starting off, next album, I'm doing Mudvayne's LD50, and I want to say this is not even close for me. This is their peak. This is their best album to date. Ryan Martini's got to be one of my favorite bass players because he's more of a jazz player, but the way slap bassing, shredding the bass on there, time signatures on there, dude, he's an amazing bass player. And of course, Dig. It's a meme at this point, rightfully so, because the bass line, Berber Ding, dude, I love that bass line. And this is Chad Gray's best vocal performance, because after this, he kind of destroyed his voice after this. But I'm gonna go start off with my personal favorites of mine. I'm gonna go with Pharmacopoeia. That's a very like a math. I want to say math metal or mathcore, but very math metal. And the vocal harmonies in that chorus with him and I want to say Greg. Oh my gosh, that is so great. And then the whole bridge part is so freaking chaotic with this whole so very, very chaotic, and it gets really freaking heavy right into it. And it gets back into that chorus. Man, like that song is everything. It's probably my favorite song on the album. Like I love it. And then the verse is basically, I think, Chad is just listing every drug possible, like prescription drug. Yeah. Um, Nothing to Gain is Chad's best vocal performance. It's about Ed Gein. Ed Gein, lyrics about Ed Gein, and yes, freaking love it. That freaking verse with that freaking bass. Gosh, sorry, man. I love this album. Cradle. It's very personal with Chad, and his dad leaving him and stuff. But it gets, oh my gosh, lyrically, it's very freaking, very angry. No, prod. Prod is probably the most prog metal song on here, and I wish they could have done more on their later albums with this. It's just a shame. Under My Skin, I would say is probably their. I love that song. It's just like their most new metal song. It's very bouncy, and I love it for that. It's very freaking bouncy, and then these interludes. It's just very atmospheric too, with of course, with the drugs and all the other stuff on there. And then Death Blooms is probably my favorite single off the album. I love I can't really do any of these guitar stuff on here because copyright, obviously. So it's really hard. But Death Blooms is about Chad's grandma. And then freaking, like I said, Ryan Martini stood out to me. I'm not much of a bass guy myself, but he really stood out to me. He's probably the first bass player that I was really hooked to. And like I said, I love this album. It's probably the best new metal album to date. I don't think no band has come close to this sound. And unfortunately, after this, I think I like their second album. It's just not as strong as LD50, and I think they kind of fell off afterwards. But yeah, they peaked on this album, and I highly recommend it to even for heavy and prog listeners. Like, this is a masterpiece album.
I just talked about them on my last entry, but Cigarettes After Sex, their second studio album, Cry. It's a very emotional album. Again, stellar album. Don't Let Me Go, Kiss It Off Me, Heavenly. The song that really impacted me, that really stood out to me, I guess. You're the Only Good Thing in My Life. What a beautiful song. Then there's Touch. And then Hentai. Hentai is up there with one of my favorite Cigarettes After Sex songs. It's very scenic. It's very descriptive. It's very explicit. It's all there for me. And what a great fucking track. Then, of course, you got the title of the album, the song Cry. So emotional. It really, yeah, sorry. It's a really good song. And then Falling in Love and Pure. Again, this whole album is just, it's emotional. It's very scenic. It's very descriptive and very, what do you call that? You can vision it. What do you call that, TC? Help me out. You can just see the picture of what he's writing about. You can imagine it for yourself. You guys help us in the comments. This is my first type of video like this. But yeah, either way, I love this album. Cry by Cigarettes After Sex, their second studio album.
Hey everyone, the next album is pretty much monumental of this genre. Slipknot's first title. And yes, I won't say it's peak Slipknot. It's my favorite Slipknot. It's just Corey Taylor. He's one of my favorite top 10 singers, vocalists, pretty much. That man is pretty much, he could sing every genre of music and it'll be awesome. My older brother is a huge Slipknot fan, probably bigger than me, and he's the one that probably got me into Slipknot. This is around pandemic year too. I finally just tried to dig into it, and God, it's probably arguably one of the heaviest things out of that genre for sure. Like, it's not even close. Even people for You know, I know people talk smack about Slipknot, but let's just be honest here. This is the band that probably got them into more extreme stuff. Let's just
Good.
let's
what
just
would
say
you
that.
say? Good gateway band. Okay, that's fair.
The most perfect gateway band to get into metal.
Fair.
And
I'll accept
even
that
Slipknot
point.
has some extreme stuff in there. I'm not lying. The first two albums, it's very heavy. Like their heaviest stuff. And
Well, think of songs like Eeyore. Is that right?
Eeyore is about this dude in the mosh pit not helping everybody out and he was being a complete dick. That's literally what the song's about. And they called him Thor. And so
I think my favorite song on the album, again, not my favorite album ever. This is his masterpiece, of course, and I don't mean to take away from
yeah,
your
you're
time,
good. You're good. Go ahead.
But Eyeless. God, and that's one of the very first Slipknot songs I heard was Eyeless. Just in California. Yeah, anyways, don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, no copyright.
No copyright. Damn it, YouTube.
We are doing a right to make music come back because that is my part of my life. I swear, Slipknot's first two punch is awesome. First you get the first track 7 4 2 6 1.
Yeah,
you know that track.
You know,
it's just very atmospheric. They just slowed that down. Very slow. I think it's sick. You know what I mean? And then it gets into sick. Woo, man! What a freaking track. Joey Jordison's just going off in those drums, man. And then Corey, and then you get the sample from The Godfather.
You know,
and then it's very. And then
I like the album. I don't love it. He thinks it's a masterpiece. That's great.
To me, it's Slipknot.
Very fair. I respect that.
To me, it's their, like I said, their landmark album. Sick. You got Eyeless. Wait and Bleed was one of my first Slipknot albums. Corey, dude, the way Corey goes into extreme vocals, into this clean, very clean, angelic sounds, dude, Corey can do it all.
Man, I'll disagree with TC there. Wait and Bleed it's not for me.
I love that song. It's not my favorite. I love it. And then you get Surfacing. I can't do it. I want to fucking die. You know what I mean? And spit it out. Corey Taylor, rhythmically, vocally. Holy shit.
Never give a damn in the first. Yeah.
It's so fucking catchy as fuck, dude.
It is.
And then the one song I feel like people do not give credit for is Tattered and Torn. Dude, that song, I would even want to go into like in woods in the freaking middle of night where it's no one, just you. And then you hear it, and it's blasting full of headphones. It's just very freaking dark. It's very dark, very twisted. Freaking Corey Taylor's, God, it's just a dark song, you know. Like literally, and then you got Me Inside. You got Liberate. Prosthetics is a cool freaking song. I believe there is one song on here that I think they left out too. I think it's Purity, because I think that song kind of had a little controversy in those early days. I think it was before Corey. But Purity is one of my favorite songs on here. I don't know why they didn't include it on here. Oh, it's just original. It's not the 10th anniversary one. But Scissors is like very, very, very freaking like atmospherically like dark. It's freaking that ending part, and then I think Sid is just rolling up. Yeah, and then Eeyore, of course, we just talked about that. Yeah.
Eeyore is so heavy.
Those are my favorite tracks, honestly. Only one, dude, No Life, Deleted. Dude, every track is a banger, bro. It's just Slipknot, you know. First titled, you know, I love Iowa, but this is my favorite album.
What a shift in genres. The next album I'm going to be talking about, again, is going to be Cigarettes After Sex. This is their third studio album. This is going to be X's, and wow, the production jump from the second to the third, so crispy. Of course, you got the title of the album, the song, X's, Tejano Blue, Silver Sable, Hideaway, Holding You, Holding Me, Dark Vacay, really good standout for me on here. Baby Blue Movie, Hot, really, really great standout to me. Dreams from Bunker Hill and Ambient Slide. This album's just a masterpiece. It just takes everything from the first two, ramps up the production, and it's just classic Cigarettes After Sex. It's just amazing.
All right, everyone. My next one is it's just a different genre, and I think I told you guys this. I'm not the biggest fan of this genre. Um, well, I'm not too sure. Tears for Fear. Spoiler, but Tears for Fears. Song from the Big Chair. It is it's pop, but it's in a not your typical pop though. I would say new wave. Would you say new wave? Well, it's just pop band, pop rock band, but yeah, it's just two dudes and they're shout. But
You can tell we've never done one of these fucking
no,
videos.
I haven't.
Gosh, I've watched a bunch of them, but I haven't done any
Yeah.
myself.
And for a pop album, it's only 8 songs on there, so it's
But they're solid 8 songs. They are.
awesome 8 songs. Freaking head over heels. Mother's Talk.
Oh, that's my favorite song on the album.
It's
so good.
It's so very synthy and everything.
We can work it out. Yes, sir, dude.
Of course, you got Shout. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Yes, everybody.
Yeah, everybody wants to rule the world. I do. I mean, when that song comes up, but everybody wants to rule the world is to me. It's like a driving nice Sunday.
Just a great song.
In the afternoon.
It's easy to listen. Easy to listen.
Very to listen to. You can sing along to. Shout.
Yes.
There's a history with this one. I heard Disturbed's cover of it, and that was pretty good, honestly. And then I heard this one. I love it even more, man. I mean, love that song. And then Head Over Heels, thanks to this guy. And then my work played 80s on 8 on XM, and I heard Head Over Heels every time. This is one of the few exceptions where I love a pop album to me because I'm not a big pop fan at all. But when it comes to like 80s stuff, I think pop was pretty much at its best. I think that's just my opinion. But yes, obviously I grew up in the 2000s, but I don't think none of this stuff topped the production on this album in particular alone. I'm sorry, man. I love this album, you know. And for non-metalheads, I actually would recommend this album. It's just your non-typical pop album, you know. I love it. Recommend it.
Alrighty, next up for me is going to be Ultraviolence by Lana Del Rey. I've been a Lana Del Rey fan for quite a while. I was introduced to her years ago, and I listened to her big hits. You know, I never really did a deep dive into her discography until later on. But when I revisited, this is just recently, when I revisited Ultraviolence, the album, it's classy, but it's also raunchy too. I mean, she's just beautiful writer, lyricist, I guess. Her lyrics are so poetic and so romantic and so raunchy and so just everything. Tracks like Cruel World, Ultraviolence, of course, Shades of Cool, stand out to me. Brooklyn Baby, West Coast, wow. Down on the way. I can't. But Sad Girl, Pretty When You Cry, another standout to me. One of my favorite songs by her. Money, Power, Glory. And my favorite on the album, Fucked My Way Up to the Top. What a song. I was blown away when I heard it for the first time. Then you got Old Money and The Other Woman. All the songs flow together. They all work. The lyrics are just immaculate. I mean, she's one of the best songwriters poetically, in my humble opinion. Lana Del Rey is a wonderful female artist, and she is... I give her the crown because she is just an excellent musician.
Hey everyone, the next one is, I don't know if this is a controversy for some people, and it's probably a surprise, but I'm gonna go with Drowning Pool Center. Personally, for me, the first ever song is Bodies. Everybody knows that song. That was like a big song back in the day. If you were a UFC fan or any like a fighting fan, yeah. And then the next couple songs were off the Dragon Ball Z movie. The songs Reminded, Mute, and Told You So. That's where Goku gets his ass beat every heavy song comes up. That's the heaviest song on the soundtrack. He gets his ass kicked to that song. And then like I said, all these albums I've listened to were pretty much around the pandemic where you were just locked in your house and you got nothing. And these are most of the albums I've listened to, and I think it was a little afterwards too. But Johnny Pool Center was one of them, and it's nothing really special per se, but every song is just consistently in your consistently in your face. But my favorite track is Sermon. It's the most different one on the album. It has like a backwards prayer sermon to it. They kind of just because if you know what I'm talking about, it's the first spoken bridge part, and then it goes right back into the chorus, and then at the very end, there's like a sermon, but it's the first spoken one backwards. It was kind of cool for me. Yeah, and it's like I said, it's the most different on the album, but it's still heavy. Told You So, the heaviest song on the album. Freaking Mute, Sinner, Tear Away, that opening guitar. Yeah, I love this album. I know people are like, what are you thinking? But like I said, music's subjective and all that stuff, and it's personal for me. And Johnny Poole and their lead singer died. He passed away in his sleep. He had a heart problem he didn't know about, and they released albums after that, and those are the ones I can like say, what were they thinking? Because he was that band for me. But Sinner, Johnny Poole debut album, recommended. I mean, I would recommend it if you grew up with this, So.
Alrighty, next up for me is going to be Artspire, the Lucid Collective. If you like very technical musicianship, and I mean technical down to the last millisecond, Artspire is going to be your band. If you're into the more extreme metal genres, I love technical death metal. It is just
his favorite metal genre.
It's so good, because they're playing at such a high rate of speed and such technicality. I mean, technical death metal, but the Lucid Collective is just it's a great 10 out of 10 album. I mean, the tightness of the musicianship, they just musically, this album blew me away, is what I'm trying to say, and I can say that for pretty much all of Artspire. Musically, some of the most talented musicians I've ever heard, some of the tightest musicianship I've ever heard. So, the Lucid Collective, Artspire. Okay, TC and I were talking. We're going to do this one together. I'm still going to let him start since it's his turn. But we actually have something in common. Again, it's Artspire, and this is the masterpiece album for both of us. This is Relentless Mutation. Take it away, TC.
This is the first technical death metal band I have ever heard. And
wow!
And that's a great first technical death metal I've ever heard. And the first song, that's going to be in the next album, but Relentless Mutation, me and him, one night, spent a night, we just listened to this whole album, and we were blown away, dude. Like,
we were just randomly scrolling through Spotify, and we seen, oh, what's this? So we turned it on. We went, whoa!
The album cover's cool.
Yeah.
He's just ripping his face out and stuff, and black. I want to say Venom. You know what I mean? But yeah. Dude, Involuntary Doppelganger. Way to start off with that, man. That is an album. That is crazy, man. Human Memoration, Remote, Tumor Seeker, Relentless Mutation.
Golly.
Freaking The Mimic Well. Calamus Well. And a Dark Horizontal.
Oh, man.
7 solid, freaking amazing.
Not a bad
musicianship,
not a bad song.
Music,
not a bad song. TC and I kind of like to call the lead singer for Artspire the metal Eminem.
He goes off.
He can go off. I mean, it's like he's rapping, but he's doing it in extreme metal vocals, and the talent that this band has. I can't reiterate that enough. The tightness of the musicianship. I would say my favorite song on the album is Relentless Mutation. when they end, TC, you remember the ending of Relentless Mutation?
Yeah.
We about had a freaking meltdown. We went, whoa! We were so hyped. We were.
I can't remember.
We just couldn't believe it.
I couldn't remember what song was it where it goes, and then the bass, and then it goes. That's my favorite part of this whole. I forgot what song that was, but dude, that blew me away, bro.
This is a masterpiece album that we discovered together, and we both wanted to do this entry together.
I never heard a vocal that went together. I never heard a bass player that went together. I never heard a guitar player that went together. It's like all three of those are in sync, and then the drums is doing whatever it wants.
I will say,
it still works.
Artspire, I will say this about them. Another thing I want to add: they know when to take turns. The bass player's not hogging the whole song. The drummer's not hogging. They all know how to synchronize together, and they all know how to go their separate ways and let their own parts shine. And Relentless Mutation, masterpiece. TC,
agreed. Top 10, not say top 10, but awesome technical death metal. If you're if you don't know about this band, I would check them out immediately.
Another one we have in common. It's also Artspire. It is going to be Bleed the Future. I'm going to pull it up real quick, but I'll let TC start. Again, masterpiece album. Again, the same things we've said. Tight musicianship, stellar performance. TC. This is probably one of the best opening tracks to a metal album.
Drone Chorus Aviator.
Woo!
I think the first song I've ever heard on here was I think it was that one or Golden Mouth of Ruin. It went. We never heard of Artspire ever. We were just exploring extreme metal and stuff. Or actually, I think it was just technical death metal playlist, and then this song came up, and we gave it a chance. I fell in love with it instantly. It took some time, and then the whole the melodic part. It reminded me of. I'm not saying Metallica, but like their 80s stuff. It reminded me of that, and then you get this extreme stuff. It just works so freaking well.
If you want something that's gas pedal to the floor, Artspire is your band. Again, the opening track, Drone Corps Aviator. If you want your drums in metal to sound like a freaking machine gun from Call of Duty, you're gonna just be blown away. Golden Mouth of Ruin. Love the ending to that song. Abandon the Linear, another great where the drums shine. Bleed the Future, Drain of Incarnation, Acrid Cannon, Reverie on the Onyx, AUM. Yeah, this is just a technical death metal masterpiece. If you have not checked out Artspire, you could check out any of their songs.
We're anticipating another album by them. It's been about, what was it, 4 years. And so far, this is their best work. Hands down. They don't have a bad album at all, but this is their best work from start to finish. This is amazing music right here.
And again, we discovered this together, and amazing shit. And we have this also on both of our lists, and I'll probably be done with my masterpiece albums, and TC will take the rest away. But Cryptopsy, None So Vile. I wanted to save this for last. Think of Artspire, technical death metal. Now add brutal technical death metal. The vocalist at the time, Lord Worm. Take it away, TC. You know it.
Oh my god, dude! This is if you want just straight up inhuman vocals, this guy is not from this planet. Lord Worm is amazing. Anything he does. I would say the first album, he has my favorite vocal stuff he did there, but this one is no joke either. One of the funniest things about one of the songs is it literally sounds like Patrick Star, and we kind of just laugh it off. It sounds awesome. I didn't get turned off by it. I laughed. It was awesome. Freaking Crown of Thorns, Slit Your Guts. Holy shit, that breakdown with that slap bass. Woo! Brutal as hell, man. And the lyrics are very, very fucking, of course, death metal lyrics. You know, you're gonna get what you get, and it's fucking fun, gruesome, gutsy. You see what I did there, gutsy. But yeah, Lord Worm, I was blown away of his vocals on every track on here. One of my favorites, my two favorites would probably have to be "Sweat Your Guts" and "Orgastic Disembowelment." That slap bass and then the way the fucking guitar. Oh, I fucking love this album, man. It's
For me,
yeah,
front to back. If you want something, Art Spire's pedal to the floor. This is, you put your foot on the pedal and it broke through the fucking bottom of the car. This album does not stop. The only song that really slows it down just for a second would be Phobophile with the piano intro. But other than that, it goes right back to.
In your face.
It's
brutal
just,
in your face.
It's just it's extreme metal. It's very, very extreme. This is not for somebody that does not like metal. You would not like this. This is my favorite metal album ever of any metal band. As of right now, of course, that's probably going to change, but this is just the musicianship and how wild they sound. I mean, it's unhinged. It sounds like they're just, you turn the amp all the way up, but you broke the knob off and it just keeps going up and up and up. I mean, it's so incredibly vile, in your face, loud, all of the things. Masterpiece, great musicianship, stellar musicianship. And it's a shame that the rest of their discography kind of went different ways at times. We're not going to get into that on this video, but this is their best work, hands down, not even close. And yeah, when Lord Worm left the band,
the band stayed the same. It's just the vocals were changed. Just the vocals were just
the other guy
inconsistent.
The other guy's a great vocalist, but Lord Worm, what he had done,
he set that bar up so high.
He set it up that
if you weren't him, it's not going to be as good. So
yeah, None So Vile. We both we were just kind of bullshitting one night, and we looked up another technical death metal, just researching and seeing what we could find.
Brutal.
And this popped up. We went, oh, that's an interesting album cover. So we turned it on, and we were, whoa! We were like, this is something. I mean, the first listen, we were kind of just floored at the sheer veracity of it. It was just,
what's crazy? This was 1996. So for that production from back then, it wouldn't sound as good today. Sound good today. It sounded like it would came out in 2025 and it'll be the best thing, heaviest thing we'll ever hear today. Like, I was blown away by the production. Honestly, this is 1996. Like,
and when that song where it sounds like he's Patrick screaming, we audibly laughed. We went, what the hell? But yeah, we just had fun with this. Took it with a pinch of salt. Again, music's very subjective, but yeah, None So Vile, we had that in common. Masterpiece album.
Everyone, we go back to the childhood thing. I want to say this band. Personally, for me, I wouldn't have gotten where I've gotten, and I'm thankful for this band. I still love this band to this day, even though I do worry about this lead singer all the time because he's got a lot of health issues and stuff. And they just put out a song not too long ago, and it's been several months, but they are making another album, and I heard it's gonna be heavy. At least for them, it's heavy because every metal, it's a different kind of heavy. You know what I mean? But the band, they're pretty big as it is. But the Breaking Benjamin, like, this is for me. You got your Linkin Parks, you got your Slipknots, you got your Breaking Benjamins. To me, those three are personal gateways to going into metal because I love all their music. I love their albums, all of it. But I have to choose two, and those two. But the first one is one of my all-time favorites, is Phobia. Well, this is the third album made in 2006 with Ben as the vocalist. You got drummer Chad. I love Chad, man. Chad was from Switched. If you guys even know who that band is, Switched. They're pretty nice. Um, you got Ben vocals. You got Chad the drummer. You got uh forgot those other two's names.
That's all right.
Yeah, I know who they are, but those to me, those four are the classic lineup for this band, and I believe Phobia is their best work to date. The production, it got heavier, it got crunchier, it got catchier, honestly. Lyrically, Evil Angel is about Ben's. I could be wrong about this, but Ben's the phobia. Ben had a lot of fears of sailing on water, flying through the air, being scared of the dark. Um, yeah, and the intro, it's like a very atmospheric. It's very chaotic too, with the person on the intercom over the airplanes and stuff.
Yeah.
There's that, and then the track "Diary of Jane." Love that song, dude. One of their biggest songs to date. I believe it's like platinum, certified platinum.
Cool.
Like it's very up there.
And I've heard this album, by the way. I do enjoy it.
Breath is another big song by them. I heard it on, I believe, I heard it. When the first time I heard it, it was one of my friend's moms. She had it as a ringtone. I was blown away by that. And then I know you love this song too.
Yes.
I fucking love this song too. Like every fucking chorus on here, you can tell it's a hit.
You can tell it's Breaking Benjamin.
Every song's a hit. They have this particular sound.
Yep.
You know it's them.
Yep.
When Ben sings, you know it's Breaking Benjamin.
Yep.
And I really love the philosophical. I forgot what's that name. Philosophical. That one. It's very that. It's very dark too at times. What like the song "Dance with the Devil." Like I said, man, I love that intro, and then it gets right into that main riff, and then of course Ben. I actually would have wanted to see Adam Gontier do this song together. They did on Ahura. I can't pronounce that. It's AURORA.
Aurora?
It came out in 2020. They did that song together. With this particular, because at this time, Three Days Grace blew up with their album 1X, and that was a really good album. I wish they could have done a duet. That would have been awesome. Topless, holy crap. That is the heaviest song on the album. And that bridge when Ben just comes in with the low growl, and then, yes. Unknown Soldier is the most underrated Breaking Benjamin song I know. It's very thought out. It's very cool. The bridge is... It's like if you're passing out and stuff and someone's just whispering to you or trying to talk to you. It's like that in the bridge. And then had enough. You've had enough, man. Like, yeah, I was mad about that. Not mad about, you know what I mean? Like, very in a good way and all that. And then you fight me. It has a piano in there in the verse. And then this is how it's going to end, pretty much. And then the outro. The outro is very chaotic. It has like a violin playing in the background. There's people screaming in the background. What a fine way to end the album too. This is an amazing album, and I recommend it to people that want to get into heavier stuff and eventually get into metal. I guess this would be my go-to album to go to. Hey everyone, second part of Breaking Benjamin, Dear Agony. The first song I ever heard by them was I Will Not Bow. What an intro, and then way the band just screams, you know what I mean? And yeah, and then the chorus, like I said, chorus.
And it's a inspirational song.
It's very inspirational song. If you're dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with the cancer, disease, and all that. Yep. This is a song you can go to and feel like you're unbeatable and shit. Every song on here. This is the album Ben found out he had a I can't think of it's something like alcohol, something to deal with alcohol. He had to stop, and he developed this disorder, disease, and this is the first time. This is the first album he wrote sober, and and you can tell in this album. I know most people. I see a lot of reviews, and they have the agony is low. I don't get it, man. I really love because Ben was in a really dark place, man, and I feel like he did his best here, and I personally feel it too. Like the song "Without You," that freaking bridge where he goes, "I want to forgive or to forget," I felt that, and that whole piano that ended that song. Holy crap, that hit hard.
Dear Agony, the song is hard to.
It is Dear Agony. Of course, what I told you that's the what I said about Ben going through all that. Dear Agony is really about that, and that's one of the best songs on the album for sure. Give Me a Sign is another soft song, but Ben singing it beautifully. I love it. And then you got some really heavy hitters with Hopeless and Lights Out. Lights Out is one of my favorite Breaking Benjamin songs on there. It's really heavy. Freaking Ben is angry. I want to say he's angry about the freaking thing he has, and I would be angry too. Into the Nothing has like a freaking slap bass in there in that first verse, and I wish they would have done it a little more because it was cool. What Lies Beneath is one of my personal favorites. I can sing every note to that word. I get goosebumps every time. But yeah, I love this album, man. Fade Away. I would say, yeah, Fade Away. I'm cold and broken. Yeah. Love this album. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Well, this next one could be a long one. I'm going to go get a drink, and I'm going to let TC take it away here. He's got a lot to talk about, evidently. So that's all you, bud. Go ahead. You're the star of the show right now. I'm going to get a drink.
Okay. So we're likely going to do a part 2 because I have so many mentions, but there's this one band that I believe, as big as they were during their time, I should believe they should have blown up immediately. I felt like I got this band late, obviously. There's a couple of songs of theirs over the years I've listened to and I really love. I just couldn't figure out who the band's name was. And then there's a particular album called, I want to say Kill the Flaw, where I heard the song Thank You. I was blown away by it. And then years later, there was a song called Enemy, and that's what hooked me into the band. And then I went to their discography, and I was blown away by every one of their albums. Like, this is the band. They have the production, they got the vocals, they got the drummer, they got the drums, they got the songwriting, they got the guitar. This is the band that I believe should have been as big as like I said, Breaking Benjamin, Disturbed, Korn, all these other bands, and they're amazing live. Like I said, if they were on a major, they would have been sold millions. But as far as I know, I didn't think that that's what they were going for. And I actually appreciate that for them but the band Seven does. All right, they're from Atlanta, Georgia. They formed in 1994 with LeJean on vocals. Morgan Rose is my favorite drummer of all time, bro. That man plays with feel. It sounds like the way he said it to explain the way he drums. It sounds like it's in a car wreck every time he plays live. It's a car wreck. So he's basically destroying his body, but I can't believe he's drummed this long, and but bass player Vinny Hornsby, and then you got guitar, and then you got that's a heavy song, by the way. But guitarist Clint Lowry, that man is the primary songwriter for this band. So we'll start off with 1997's Seven Dust. So I want to say this is their, at least guitar-wise, guitar sound, production-wise, this could be one of their heaviest stuff because the heaviness kind of goes away, but in a great way. You got Black. It starts off with it's about Lejeune being a black man, being a black guy into this whole metal and rock scene where it's predominantly that, but it's a very angry song. I love it. The song "Bitch," it's like a Pantera song. It's just very up tempo. Terminator has a nice, awesome freaking riff that goes into the verse, and then you have LeJean kind of going like a Fake No More type of vibe to it. Too Close to Hate. Whoo, what a song, dude. That breakdown in there. Wired is like an up tempo, is another up tempo song. Prayer is about LeJean's little brother. That's what they would have done every night when they do. And then Face is one of the heaviest songs on the album. Speak is interesting because Clint starts singing, and then you got LeJean, and then the whole band just comes in the chorus. It's like a gang vocals, and then Will It Bleed? It also blends in with the album. I really love it. It's solid. Like I said, this band has no bad songs on there. Like every song of theirs is really good. And then My Ruin. There's a they used to be called Crawl Space, and there was a song on there called My Ruin, and it's more like it's a different song, but I think it's a better version of the song. It's just they were called Crawl Space, and then Born to Die is the first. I think is the only. I could be wrong, but it's the only song of where Lejean is just nothing but dirt, nothing but not clean vocals, but aggressive vocals where he's just doing the whole thing, and then the whole Morgan's just going off from the drums and that bridge, and then the ending he's just. My only complaint though on this album is the production. It's not the best, but but for me the heaviness just takes it away. It's aggressively heavy. And then you get to the second album, Home. This is a big jump up from their first album. It's probably the best mixing. It's very, very unique for that time. Home. What a album, man! Freaking, it's up there. It's so dirty. It's one of the most unique sounding alternative / groove metal albums. I know people want to say new metal. If you want to say new metal, that's fine. But to me, I don't think they're new metal at all. But the song Home starts out freaking groovy. And I want to say this album is actually gent. It like no one sounded like this had this sound. And then you got the big song Denial, that chorus alone. And then you got one of my favorite drum beats by Morgan with the nice. And then you got Head Trip with like I said, I wish I can read music more than he can. I mean, it's hard for me. And then Insecure has this. It's just like an intro. It's like a little instrumental, and it has the same riff from Angel's Son. That was before that. I think this was around the time because there was another band called Snot, and they were close to them, and then the lead singer died in a car wreck, and so they got that riff from this song, and it's called Angel's Son. It's not on this album, obviously. And then it goes back into Reconnect with this nice driving, freaking bouncy riff and Reconnect. And then you got Waffle. Oh my god, this song blew me away. I don't know. I found out what the song title meant because Sharon Osbourne, that's Ozzy Osbourne's wife, they were talking about someone going after them and all that, and then Sharon just told them this little waffle on. And that's what they came up with the song title. It's just one of the most defining songs where it's Lejean crooning, smooth, silky, soulful voice, and then you got Morgan with the freaking drum fill, everything, very nice fucking riff. Rumblefish is a fighting fucking song, and like I said, Rumblefish is one of their band names too. Rumblefish, and then you got that da 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 da. It's a very fucking up-tempo song. Lickin' Cream. It has a feature vocals from Skin from Skunk Anansi, and she blew with this song away. It is a fucking nice ass song. Nice ass song. The music video was in Germany. It was on MTV. they couldn't show the blood through the going through the pipe or whatever. And then yeah, I love that song with her and LeJean going back and forth and stuff. She has a powerful voice. Like I was blown away how great her voice was. The song "Grasp," literally love LJ's vocals in that song in particular. And then of course crumbled. It's crumbled. YouTube's got it crumpled. It's crumbled, but it has a nice vocals with him, Morgan, and I want to say Clint in there. Wipe my face, get up again, just repeatedly. And this band is great live, by the way. They're better live than on the studio version. It's crazy. Crumbled, and then of course you got another intro drum, freaking the Morgan, the dun dun dun. It's like an industrial. They also have like an industrial sound to their done, and then of course feel so. I can't think of what they did for that effect to that song. It goes like dun 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 dun. It's like a broken glass going over a guitar. It's cool sounding, and I can't think of what they did for that. Let me know down below what you think. And then Grasshopper is like a 9 second. Vinny is just Vinny. We call him the boss for a reason. So yeah. And then Bender. What a great way to end the song. It has Chino Marino in here doing vocals, and it's one of my favorite vocals he's done. Of course, it's Chino singing, doing some weird noises in the background, crooning, screaming, and then the very ending says, "Fuck." Third album, and I want to go on and on and on and on and on and on and on with this album, Animosity. This album is one of my all-time favorite freaking albums. I want to say it's top 5, or if anything, top 3. This is 1A from another album I'm going to talk about, right? So, third album of this classic, at least the third classic of this band. For me, personally, it's my favorite. Their album. It's like they combined the heaviness from Home and up, and then the sing-along choruses to it, which most bands kind of ripped off. I want to say there's a band I just talked about last video, but I want to say they don't get enough credit for how good of heaviness and melodic they both combine at the same time. It's like they focus more on the heaviness is still there from Home, but the chorus is amped up. You got some rich vocal harmonies in there. You got some rich vocal melodies in there. Like I said, Tits on a Board. That was the song I thought when I was younger was one of the heaviest songs I have ever heard in my life. Because that breakdown, oh my god, I love. It's one of my favorite songs of theirs. Tits on a Board. Tits on a Board is basically, in Southern slang, means you're a useless piece of shit, pretty much. So yeah. And then I want to say Praise. I've heard this when I was younger. I want to say in 07, because they played it a lot. And I loved it. I just didn't know what the band was. Praise, and of course you got the of course Trust. Man, LJ shined. No pun intended. Shined on this song, man. He sings so beautifully. Anyways, move along. Crucified. That song, especially with that chorus and that guitar riff, and then LeJean coming in, and then him and Clint harmonizing in that No Hope, and then of course you got that nasty breakdown in there. I love this song. Xmas Day is about Clint is actually the lead singer of this. I forgot to say every band member can sing. That is rare of this because that is their unique sound. It's just the different vocals. You got the cleans. You got the screaming. This band can do it all, and it's just rare for every band member to do this. Like I've never heard of it ever. And Xmas Day is just an acoustic song, and that's what they're really good at too, is acoustic stuff. And It's a really great song. I think it's about Clint's girlfriend at that time, Xmas Day. It's just him, and then LJ comes in the second verse, and then they also vocal harmonies in that bridge. Dead Set is a freaking bobber. Once that one lead, that one riff comes in, you're along, and of course got Morgan and the that yeah. Fucking love that song. Shine is I believe I don't think no one talks about that song as much. Is I think it's one of their defining songs too, because you got that intro and then you got that Morgan signature Morgan, and then you got that freaking riff, and then you got that other freaking riff, and then you got the chorus and everything. Got another breakdown in there. Follow has Aaron Lewis from Stain in here, and him and LJ are buddies, and he and then I know I get a lot of people get a lot of things because they thought it's Clint. It's not. It's Aaron Lewis in there in that second verse, and it's a beautiful song. Damaged. When I tell you Morgan, whew, that's a very Morgan Rose song, dude. The whole song particularly. Live Again is one of those other hit songs that I heard on the radio. I love. Just look at yourself and live again. You know, that's a very heartful song. Beautiful, has a beautiful, it's a very beautiful, like I said, no pun intended. Freaking love that riff. And then, of course, like I said, man, this whole album is just awesome. And then Angel Sun is a dedicated to Lynch Straight from Snot. And it is a very heartfelt song. They did it on Straight Up, and then it's kind of it's not a controversy song. It's just more like the label wanted they thought they should have made that song a hit, and they said the band members said, fuck off, this is for our buddy, so beat it. And like I said, I love this album. 10, and I'll probably give this a 50 out of 10. I love this album, man. I can listen to it any day of the week without getting bored. I love it. Okay, everybody. Like I said, we'll do a part two. And I really want to talk about Dirt because that's my all-time favorite album. But like I said, and this is my favorite band, so it's kind of a toss-up. But after Animosity, they did Seasons, and most of the band members, I think, outside of LeJean, they weren't really thrilled because because the label wanted them to sound like the Hives and Jimmy Eat Whirlwind or something like that, and they said no, you might as well drop us. And then Morgan called up, or he mentioned Butch Walker because Butch Walker produced some of their earlier stuff, and he was doing more pop at that time, and they loved that idea. So this album, as much as people do not have this album that much high, I feel like this is if Animosity is 1A, Seasons is 1B. Every track on here could be a hit. This is where LeJean really shines on this album. Every chorus, if they would have called this chorus instead of Seasons chorus, every chorus on here is amazing. Oh, freaking amazing. Especially the song freaking Enemy. You got Broken Down, where you got him and Clint harmonizing in that chorus. Like, it's a freaking grandiose album of choruses. Like, Separate is the catchiest song they've ever done. And of course, you got the catchiest drum, you got the catchiest guitar riff, you got the catchiest freaking chorus on here. Burned Out is a levitating song where it's just LeJean. Freaking Disgrace is a very deep song. I almost cry every time because I don't know, people don't know why people don't talk about that song much. Skeleton Song is LeJean's younger brother. He was shot and killed in 2002, and that song was dedicated to him. This whole album is dedicated to Dave Williams from Drowning Pool and then his brother. And then I really want to talk, since he doesn't have that much storage on here, I really want to talk about every song, but I always have to talk about Face to Face. That's like, they end that song off every set list they have now. It's a freaking angry song. It's about Des Fafara from Cold Chamber. I guess Morgan and him were beefing at that time. And but I love this album. It's one of my goals just to go see them live before they call it, because they're working on their 15th album. 15 albums of consistency. It's just the fact every band member is still there from 1994. That's crazy, man. And they're so humble. They're so down to earth. Every band member, like I said, like this band is so. I don't know why this band is not as big as they are. They got everything. It's just, I kind of get it if that's not what they were going for. I respect the hell out of it, but it's just, in my opinion, they should have been as big as they are because they're criminally underrated and they're very underappreciated of what they do. So this is my favorite band of all time, and then and I'll see you guys part 2.
Hey everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, super long video. Please comment down below your thoughts and suggestions. Let us know if we should do a part 2. I'm really debating it. I'm not sure yet. I'm sure TC's on board for it. Because he has a mouthful to talk about. I mean, there's so many more albums that are masterpieces for him. But fuck, we were already well over an hour, so. And I don't have that much storage on my phone, which kind of sucks, but. Yeah, comment down below all your suggestions for music, albums, should we do a part 2, all that. Let us know how we did. If we did shitty, tell us. Tell us what we can do to improve on. And yeah, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff.